Hello. For me, community service and volunteering is the best medicine. It just keeps me so happy every time I do it. I always wanted to participate and be involved in something bigger than myself. So right out of high school, I joined the Army National Guard. And as soon as you get the basic training, the first thing they tell you in the Army is don't volunteer for anything. But I volunteered for everything and anything I could for the next 18 years that I was in the National Guard. And those were some of the best times of my life. I got to go amazing places and do wonderful things. It's given me so much. I think that everything good that has come to me is because I was always willing to find time to help other people. I was always doing everything. My soldiers would always be like, oh, here comes Sergeant Charles. She's always doing something. She could never sit still. They would hide from me because I was always finding stuff for us to do. The best years of my life. And now, fast forward, I want to tell you about how volunteering got me through the worst part of my life. I had come home from deployment. I was on top of the world, came home with awards and great experiences. I got married. I had 2 more children. I went back to my civilian job as a police dispatcher on the midnight shift. That was a hard transition. I had a short marriage. We decided to end our marriage, so there I was, a single mother, working a midnight shift as a dispatcher, taking care of an infant and a 1-year-old all by myself during the day. I was surviving on 2 hours of sleep most days. It was a hard time. So, in particular, I remember I used to allow myself to just cry my whole entire ride as I was dropping my kids off to my sister, because she would watch them overnight when I went to work. I would let myself cry because at least I know that I wouldn't fall asleep at the wheel, which I have done. It's really scary. So I didn't know what to do. I was exhausted. I felt alone. I had let myself go. I had gained so much weight because of all the stress and lack of sleep that I no longer meet the standard, and I had to not stay in the Army National Guard. So I was devastated. Aside from being a mother, being a soldier was like really my whole identity for the previous 18 years of my life. So I wasn't the badass soldier that I thought I was. I thought I could do it all. I was a mother. I was working for law enforcement. I was a soldier. I thought I could do it all. I couldn't. I lost everything, I felt. I kind of felt like a fraud after I had lost everything, so I had to switch jobs so that I could work during the day. I took a huge loss in income, so I was a single mother. I was broke. So I decided to take a job so I could work during the day. I had more time, so I decided to get involved in some things, volunteer. I got out my community calendar. I started getting involved in everything I could find that was free or low cost, available to families. I even found a volunteer opportunity for the kids, Operation Backpack. I don't know if anybody's heard of that. They're genius. They even give the kids a little job. They act as runners back and forth as we're packing the backpacks. Just one day out of a month, we pack over 100 backpacks for kids for them to take home for the weekend filled with food. The youngest volunteer I saw was about 2 years old. He ran boxes back and forth as we were packing the backpacks. It was cute. So I started getting involved in everything. I met amazing people. I joined a parent advisory group with my school district. I became very involved with the school district. That's when I got involved with Habitat for Humanity. 2 years ago, I went through their Almost Home Financial Literacy and Empowerment Program. That was really a turning point in my life, because getting involved with Habitat for Humanity really filled a void that was left in my life after leaving the Army, because all the employees and the volunteers with Habitat, the way they work, they just have such a sense of a mission and family and commitment, and you know that they want to be there, and it draws so many parallels to me with the Army. So it was really life-changing. Also, I've been accepted into their home buying program, so Maybe in a few months, I'll be moving into a home that was completely rehabbed by Habitat. So that's where my children will grow up, and we're going to continue our lives of community service. There, thank you.